Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Cancer, we're just looking at energy today, my friends. I've got my energy oracle deck. You've got the community. That's nice. I kind of feel it. Are they watching you? So what? It's kind of a funny feeling all of a sudden that came off of that card. I wanted to say, I feel like people are watching and supporting you. But then I looked at it. And it's weird. It just suddenly gave me this feeling like standing off on the background. You know what? You know what this feels like? This feels like there's something that was discussed between like you and friends or you and family. And the kind of the end of the discussion was, well, I think you know what you need to do. Whatever that is, I don't know what that is for you. Just like, well, I think you know what you need to do. And then it's almost like they're off, watching. Okay, go. You know what you need to do. Go and do it. And it's kind of got that feeling too, like you're really the only one that can do this. It's up to you to do this. It's kind of reminding me of, like if you're a little kid and you've done the wrong thing with a friend in the playground and you don't know how to handle the situation. They're upset. They don't like you anymore. They don't want to play with you. But what are you going to do? And it's almost like a parent or, I want to say even both the parents. If you're parenting right, like you can always guide any child, even if your own child is involved, and not be like, my kid is the only one that counts here. It doesn't have that feeling. It's just like somebody almost like stepped in to give you guidance or just to be there for you to talk through it. And then they step away. It's almost like they're watching from a distance. All right, you know what you got to do. Or maybe a friend done you wrong and they've come in and said, okay, if you still want to be their friend, this is probably what you should do and da-da-da-da-da, but you're going to be the one that has to do it. And then it's like these friends or something steps off on the side and is watching you. It's really a very particular, specific energy that came off that. It's very funny. So I'm going to use the energy oracle deck, and then I'm going to use the fountain tarot, the star. Yeah, shine. Yeah, you can do it. Maybe that's what your friends are waiting for you to do, or your family or something. I don't know. Shine. And then we have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom with the Rider-Waite. So isn't it funny? It is kind of like that kid. Like it's almost something that you've never really done before. Maybe got a bit of guidance about doing it, and everybody's standing off and okay, now it's up to you. Now you got to do it. That's what it's like. It's up to you now. Now you have to do this. That's just your underline. It's a message for somebody, probably specifically. So I'm going to shuffle this, get into the reading, the meat and potatoes of the reading. Oh, I did want to wish a happy Hanukkah to anyone who's celebrating it. I just noticed on the calendar, well, it's going to come out the day after, and the day that I'm recording it, Hanukkah begins. So to anyone out there who is celebrating Hanukkah, yeah, I think Hanukkah was celebrated in this house at one point. I can't remember what they're called. They're on the entryways, the doorways of every door, up on the, the frame. It's like a symbol. Yeah. It's a biblical thing too, right? Like that goes way back. Didn't have something to do with passing by a house. I can't remember. Anyways, happy Hanukkah. All right, Cancer. What are we talking about here for Cancer? What's the topic of conversation? The energy for Cancer. The thinking woman. All tied up. Your thoughts are you're all tied up in your thoughts. Yeah. All tied up in your thoughts. The thinking woman. Whether you're male or female, anything in between, definitely kind of, well, the feminine part of you. It should have something to do with, being creative. This could have something to do, okay, I don't know, maybe gender roles. I just heard gender roles, so maybe for somebody. But this is like all tied up in your thoughts to me. There's something that you're tied up in, something that maybe holds you back, something that is constraining you, something that you find, I don't know, I mean, like maybe you find yourself in a bit of a pickle, or you can't, yeah, and you're thinking about this. So I want to say you're either thinking about, how did I get myself in this scenario? But I feel it's more likely, how do I get myself out of this scenario? And it's funny. So maybe you've been going to like family or someone in your community for some sort of advice. Really thinking about this. Okay, the other thing I'm getting, I think somebody might be, because as I sit and I look at the cards, like kind of the message transforms a bit, and it has here. It doesn't mean it's not the same message. It's just like almost like there's more than one message to convey here. So it's almost like somebody's acting like a victim. Somebody's acting maybe like a victim here. And I don't know, it's got you thinking about it, but I think, like, I don't think it has you thinking about it in terms of, well, how do I go and rescue this person? It just feels like, because your back is turned on it, like you really don't want, I don't want to get involved in that type of behavior or that type of a dynamic. Let's see how it unfolds, because the whole reason for the reading is all tied up. So that is the reason for all the thinking, perhaps the reason for any advice that you've been seeking. Queen of Coins, the Hierophant, the Star, and the Page of Wands. Be thinking about business or home. These cards, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups. Emotions. You're thinking about emotions. I feel like y'all are just trying to get me to read you like, no, not solitaire. What's that game? 2 words, you know. The Thinking Woman. What is this about? The Four of Swords. Okay, so there's actually, it's almost like you're calming your thoughts. You're thinking you are yourself thinking your way out of something here. Because these are both like kind of facing like an obstacle around them. Well, she's got the shrubs around her and she's tied up with the vines. But then at this point, you see like there's swords, but there's more behind this person than in front of them. There's still one more sword here. So there could still be one variable that you're working through in terms of freeing yourself up from something. And it could even be some sort of relationship dynamics that you might experience or have experienced in the past, and even trying to kind of release yourself from that. The whole victim and savior kind of energy. So this is definitely your thoughts. Even trying to calm them, you know, with the Four of Swords. So if you've been spending a lot of time thinking about something in particular, I feel like you're starting to kind of relax in that a little bit. And it does feel like you might be getting close to a solution for yourself here. Wow, look at that. The Seven of Coins and the King of Coins at the bottom. It almost has a feeling of like some sort of a project. Because now you have the King and Queen of Coins that have come out. It's, you know, it's like elevating a project or elevating something that you're working on, even perhaps like your finances. I feel like there's a lot like coming into your reading. And it's weird. I almost feel like I'm seeing a dartboard, Cancer. And it's like all of these, maybe your mind has been like that even. And it's like throwing darts. And yeah, I'm thinking about that. And then, yeah, I'm thinking about that. But I don't feel like I'm really hitting the bullseye. It's weird. What's the story? Give me the story. Give me the story. Justice. Oh, I always get that. I reversed it 'cause it's confusing. It like comes out. Justice. The King of Cups. The Hermit. The King of Swords. Thoughts and emotions are big on this. The Ace of Cups, as I say that. Justice. The Ace of Cups. The King of Cups. The Knight of Coins. The Hermit. The Devil. The King of Swords. The Three of Swords. Wow. Okay. You've been Three of Cups at the bottom. All the... I'm going to look at these all individually, but near the end here, I mean, the biggest thing that comes out here is that you've spent way too much time in your thoughts. Maybe you should be getting like some sort of outside advice, because the Hermit is looking within, right? But the Devil, like what you're really finding in there is the Devil. So it's possibly seeing a scenario in the same way over and over again. I don't know what you're working through in your mind here. You're really thinking. I mean, whoever this is going to resonate for, there's a lot of thinking going on in this spread. The Hermit and the Devil, either spending like way too much time on your own here, and with the King of Swords and the Three of Swords, it's like the only truthful thoughts I'm finding are how much pain I have. I want to say, you know, we always talk about how important it is to do shadow work, and how, you know, we have to kind of come to answers about ourselves. I gotta say though, this energy feels like it's going a wrong way. Like, I honestly think that you would benefit from some time with someone else. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good at all. And it's driven by the mind somehow. So I'm wondering too, like if you think that you're more tied up than you actually are, because the Devil has more control over your thoughts right now. Your emotions and your mind are conflicted, right? And that's a lot of what the Three of Swords is about. Because Justice and the Ace of Cups, it's like something being corrected, something being solved, and that would feel really good. And then the King of Cups, this kind of feels like, you know, riding that wave, keeping your emotions, you know, calm and steady. And the Knight of Pentacles, it's almost like you're keeping your emotions really calm and steady so that you can be kind of practical as you move forward, so that you don't look like you're losing it, you know, in front of the world. You don't feel like you're losing it. You're still kind of holding on to the things that, you know, kind of make your day make your day flow well. But then it's almost like the minute you get alone with your thoughts, oh my gosh. The minute you get alone with your thoughts, I really don't think it's good to be alone with your thoughts, with these thoughts, honestly. I feel like that community card came out because it was almost like, now with this, it feels like it's probably a good idea to get that advice from some friends or family, people you feel like you could trust. I want to say too, there's a mental health sitting on the table here. So at the bottom of my description, I've tried to go with one that's as universal as possible, because I know if I put one for Canada or the US, or there's so many different places that people live. But if you don't even feel like that there's somebody that you can talk to, that you trust, even if it's an anonymous phone call to a mental health line, you need to talk some stuff out here. There's too much being held inside that's creating a toxic darkness that I don't think is completely real. What's really going on. But so I'm also feeling like this all tied up, that you maybe feel like there isn't anyone that you can talk to. Maybe you feel like there isn't anyone who's going to understand your side or your thinking. Why? Let me see why the all tied up is here. But it is, I think with this, I'm not going to get into the, you got a hermit, you got to look within yourself. This is not the time to do that. This is definitely not the time. This energy to me is a time to reach out. I really feel like that with this. And, yeah. And you know what? I'll do my best too. If you want to even just put some stuff in the comments, you just need to vent a little bit. I'll do my best to keep the comments, safe on this video for you. But I do feel like, though, even just talking, because talking is something that just happens a little more fluidly. Like, it's just, there's stuff here that needs to come out. The all tied up card. The 9 of Wands. This is like, okay, fighting an uphill battle. That's what I would say is this. Fighting an uphill battle. And it's as if the higher up you go, the less real estate you have, like areas to move. You're feeling boxed in here. There isn't much else. Like, it's like feeling like you're getting pushed into a corner. Because it's as if each wand that he defends against, defended it, knocked it down. It becomes a step forward to get away from whatever you're defending yourself from, right? Like, look at this. But then each step forward, you're losing real estate here. You're getting pushed into a corner. The King of Coins, the 5 of Cups, the 2 of Swords. I'm not sure how that comes in yet. I'm going to look at that later. I want to clarify what's on the table. The Thinking Woman and the 4 of Swords. The Thinking Woman and the 4 of Swords. The 10 of Swords. Well, I don't know what these thoughts were, but... Okay, I feel like, too, that there is some sense... I'm going to say, too, even though we have Thinking Woman and a female depicted in the all tied up, this energy... Well, we have the King of Swords here. This energy actually reminds me a little bit more of what I know I've seen myself and read about in terms of going through something difficult here. And women have a natural tendency to talk to other women, to have friends that they will turn to and talk about like personal issues, where guys won't, or they'll really internalize it, or they won't feel like, we just don't share our feelings like that. I know that there's probably more guys who that would be coming to videos like this or readings like this, but I'm still picking that up. Because this is, again, like, so there's some sort of thought. I don't know if it was a plan, what it was, but like there's been a painful ending here. So someone's gone through a painful ending. They feel perhaps betrayed. So I want to say you feel perhaps betrayed. You're like, who you knew yourself to be is not that person anymore. And like trying to heal this, right? The 4 of Swords is about trying to heal. But again, the person's doing it on their own. I don't feel like, I'm going to be honest, it just feels like something that you can't do on your own. You're not meant to do that on your own. I had a relative when I was in my teens who I was very close to. And she was dealing with depression and alcoholism. And the person that she was married to thought that he could help her get through that. And he didn't. He couldn't. And she took her own life. So I'm not saying that that's what's here, but I am saying there are some times when, in spiritual, any sort of reading, The Hermit card is not like, you need to look in yourself and you need to do this. This is the energy, like, you need help with this, because I feel like you're seeing things in a way that are only painting a negative road in your mind. Or you feel alone in this, or you feel like you can't reach out to anyone in this. See, Justice and the Ace of Cups. Justice and the Ace of Cups. The Four of Wands, the Magician, the Two of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, well, I want to say that this looks like kind of freeing yourself. Well, there's an independence here. This also, okay, because we are actually, it's a funny thing, I wish you a happy Hanukkah. Because we're also, like, these readings are coming out really, really close to the holidays. And that might even just be something that's kind of triggering some things in you and some thoughts and some feelings. Because this is almost like coming away from the party and, you know, kind of feeling really good. Because this is, the Four of Wands is a celebration. It's coming, so right? And the Magician, you want to manifest this, you're thinking about it. And then the Nine of Pentacles, you're on your own here, right? Like, so you're not in the party anymore, or you're not in the celebration. But it felt really good. It felt really good. But honestly, I feel like, you get alone at night with your thoughts. Oh, the King of Cups and the Knight of Coins. I feel like this is almost like, okay, you know what? There's a lot of stormy stuff going on around me or inside of me right now. I'm going to keep it balanced. I'm going to have a good plan for tomorrow and I'm going to execute it. Everything is going to be okay. And it's like you lay down at night to go to sleep and, oh, devils, like the devil's got your tail. This right here, as a reader, from what I've learned over the almost 4 years of doing this, which isn't actually very long, but you do it like 2,000 readings, start to get an idea. This is the strongest place for the devil to ever be in anybody, in any scenario, because this is in your head. Nobody can see what's going on except you, and the devil likes that. This is, this is like, because your ego's been bruised, defeated, severely changed here. And it's almost like it's reacting in a way that lashes out at you. Yeah, your ego has been hurt and bruised, and it's acting out in a way that lashes out at you. Because I see that you have reason. There's some reasons here to have hope, to have happiness. The King of Cups and the Knight of Coins. The King of Cups and the Knight of Coins. The Eight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Moon and the Tower. It's like you're looking, I want to say looking for love, looking to be loved, looking to feel loved, and not finding it anywhere. And then the Tower almost feels like just believing it. Guys, come on. I love you. Like, really. I mean, this is really hard energy, because this honestly feels like this is the feeling of hitting rock bottom. And I'm telling you, your ego is lying to you left, right, and center. Big time. Please don't listen to your own thoughts right now. The Hermit and the Devil, this right here. I want to say there's even perhaps like beating yourself up here with this, but not in a healthy way. Like this isn't like looking at things that you've done in the past and being kind to yourself, like doing a self-evaluation and saying, well, that's what I knew then, and I know different now. I wish I'd known what I knew then, what I know now, but I didn't. and I did the best with what I had. This is more like, I'm such a loser. You're such an asshole. Why did you, like, the devil is who's talking to you in this hermit energy. The hermit and the devil. This is not healthy to be on your own. The world. Okay, let's close that off. Let's do that. That's definitely close that off. Because these are lies. These are lies that your ego and your mind are telling you. Okay, so maybe the truth is here that your mind and your heart haven't been in alignment with one another, right? The King of Swords is to see things clearly. Now, what's really kind of unique about this, it's almost like the first thing that's starting to appear out of this geometry is the King of Swords mind. So try not to worry about, okay, don't put any pressure on yourself. Try to be as healthy as you can. I don't want to tell you to just like eat like a pig and just lay around and don't look after your body. But I want to tell you that your priority should be looking after your mental health. Make yourself a cup of tea, a coffee. Focus on things that calm you. Honest to goodness, like focus on things that calm you. Focus on, if you feel overwhelmed, like you have too many things going on in your life and your mind can't handle it all, honest to goodness, like just really reach out to whoever you can. Because it's almost like your mind is right, even being shown as the first priority here. Like, let's get the mind clear. Let's get all those synapses working properly. Let's get the gray cells feeling healthy again. Try to get the right type of sleep for yourself. I do also feel like when you find yourself alone, that you are, or you have been maybe this, I know, that would be good. I hope so. Because the World card is here. So we're closing off this cycle. And when you close it off, you're not going there again. So that tells me you're going to close it off right. Because there could even be some sort of codependency going on here with maybe sleeping pills or alcohol or Valium or anything, you know, to try to like relax yourself. The King of Swords and the Three of Swords. The Eight of Wands. Get your mind moving beyond whatever these thoughts are. Heartbroken thoughts. It really honestly doesn't feel like that this is a place to focus right now. I feel like, you know, because your ego has been defeated and it's almost like, you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you back, the way your mind is communicated back to you in quiet. So it's almost, there's a clean slate there, right? Because when the Ten of Swords appears, you are moving into a clean slate, and you do have the World card. You don't want that clean slate to have the new things written on it, what the bruised ego is telling you. You don't want that to be your new basis for moving forward. I feel like community, even one close friend, even if it's reaching out to a hotline and talking on the hotline. You need to hear a different voice for this clean slate. All tied up, the Nine of Wands, right? This is just that feeling of, I'm really running out of real estate here. I'm really running out of options. I'm really running out of time. I'm really running out of steam. The Nine of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. That feels like running out of real estate. And this could be financial trouble that's eating on your mind as well. You could have lost your job. All tied up. The Ten of Wands and the Six of Wands. There's sort of a thinking here that the only way you can be successful is to be like a beast of burden, to take on more than you really should. You're running out of real estate here. What's the advice for this Nine of Wands and the Five of Pentacles? The Sun. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I want to say the less you have with you, because this is a little naked kid, right? Like, it's sweet, it's innocent. And then the only thing that they have are their experiences and the warmth of the sun, or I mean, these cards honestly say to have hope, but, and you should, but that doesn't feel like that's enough to say for what this is, because it's pretty hard to tell somebody, you know, just have hope. You need to have hope. You need to have a better attitude. That's not the kind of thing that, you know, is going to help you move beyond this kind of difficult energy. And I want to say too, even like a help hotline, those people are trained like for a number of different scenarios. And this is also like training that's based and backed by many different scenarios of many different people that have experienced something similar that you are, as opposed to a friend who has no idea, and just, you know, they want to help, but they think the easiest thing to say is, you know, just be hopeful, tomorrow will be better. Sometimes it's not what you need to hear. Like, sometimes you need to hear that, yeah, the next few weeks are going to be rough. So what can you do to help yourself be prepared and to get through that? You know, like, that's more helpful than just, you know, everything's going to be good, don't worry about it. I mean, everything will work out from what I can see here, but I feel like, you know, you need maybe even tools to help you do that and believe it. What's this? Okay. King of Coins, Five of Cups, Two of Swords. There's a feeling here of looking at someone else who's got success. Like the King of Coins, look at him, his coin is shining and it's raining down on him. Sitting there, he's fat and happy. And then this person is in the storm. The cups are all fallen over. It's gray and dismal. And it's like standing in your own storm and not knowing which way to go. But in the meantime, watching someone else have a good time, you know? It's the King of Coins. The Five of Swords, the King of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. Here's the King of Cups. This could have been, I want to say, this could have been a father figure, because both the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles are fatherly energies, like typically would be seen as actually both of them, as opposed to the other kings in the deck. Right? Like where the King of Wands can be an independent leader and have a lot of offspring with a lot of different people all over the place. Like it's very procreative energy. And the King of Swords, which you do have here, is very analytical, can be a professional, can be rules and laws. But both these kings are associated with kind of like fatherhood. And it's interesting. And then you have a page. So again, there's that feeling like there could be a masculine energy dealing with, because there's a Five of Swords here, like something that's been cut out. You could find yourself cut out by a parent. You could find yourself having to have cut out a relationship with a parent. This could be a spouse or a partner. Could be a job too. Like, because of this Five of Pentacles, there's some feeling of loss here. But it feels like looking at whoever either you had to cut out or who cut you out. It's like, well, they have it all, don't they? Emotionally stable, financially stable, Page of Pentacles, got new projects, new ideas. The Five of Cups. The Ace of Wands. That's interesting. It actually feels like, you know, your own gray, dismal energy could be the fire that gets your ass moving. Like utilizing your own deep emotions here could be the key to getting yourself going, like to motivating you. It's like the fuel. Be careful, just the way he's looking at this King of Coins, that it's not being driven by envy or hate. You know, it's using it in a positive way. The Two of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Chariot. You know, it's definitely a sense of having a plan to move forward here, to move in another direction from whatever this King of Pentacles, King of Cups is. Not really knowing. Well, there is like the fear here, you know, not really knowing with the Moon and the Tower. It's almost like the not knowing is the scariest part. Well, then if you don't know, you're already there, right? You're already at the scariest part. I'd say you probably are. The devil's convinced you. I would tell you the devil's probably convinced you. It's going to get worse from here. Don't listen to that. Wow. Cancer, what a deep, deep, interesting reading. So that's what I have for you. I am going to go and do the extended. In extendeds, I just leave it completely open. I've tried to give y'all as much advice as I can from what I'm seeing here for these cards. And I don't know, it's honestly really like reaching out to the right people. It's not going to cost you anything. So, I'm not going to wish you Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah. I want to wish you just kind of like the strength to get through whatever it is that you're going through right now. And to know, I mean, I have a Libra friend who I always find this is a phrase that I find that can be helpful, as opposed to, you know, everything's gonna be okay, don't worry about it. This too shall pass. And sometimes when you're really in it, it feels like, you know, it's gonna go on forever. But this too shall pass. So we have Judgment at the bottom, and that's it. Like, right? You will rise up from whatever this is. And at some point, this will be part of your past. Thank you so much, Cancer. Until next time, do really be gentle with yourselves. Bye.